Hi everyone, please subscribe my YouTube channel. I was left stranded at my own marriage ceremony. She chose a more promising partner. My best man smirked while delivering the news. I stood frozen in my formal attire, every attendee watching. Instead of breaking down, I simply smiled and walked away. 3 months later, their devices were bombarded with notifications when the duo discovered what I had been planning all along. A 32-year-old man met Elise 5 years ago at a mutual friend's birthday celebration. She was everything I wanted, smart, ambitious, and we clicked instantly. After 3 years together, I proposed. She said yes, and we spent the next year planning our wedding. My closest friend from college, Nathan, was the obvious choice for best man. He'd been there for me through everything. Failed relationships, job losses, my parents' divorce. I trusted him completely. The wedding day arrived. The venue was decorated, guests seated, and I waited at the altar in my tailored suit for my bride-to-be. When she was 30 minutes late, worry set in. At 45 minutes, my stomach churned. Then Nathan came through the side door. His face was expressionless as he approached me. "She's not coming," he said flatly. "She found someone better." The room went silent. 180 pairs of eyes locked on me, waiting for my reaction. Full stop. "What do you mean exactly?" I asked, my voice barely a whisper. "She's with me now," Nathan said with a smug grin. "Has been for months. We didn't mean to hurt you," but he shrugged lightly like it was no big deal. You know how things happen. My best man, my fiancé together. I felt my heart pounding, but something strange happened. Instead of crumbling, a weird calm washed over me. I looked at Nathan, then at our friends and family, then back at Nathan. "Okay," I said quietly, nodding. "Got it." I turned to the crowd, forced a smile, and declared, "Thanks everyone for coming, but there won't be a wedding today. Please enjoy the food and drinks." Then I left. My phone blew up immediately. My sister calling my parents, Elise's parents' friends. I turned it off. I drove to a hotel, checked in, and sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the plain wall. I didn't cry, didn't scream, just sat there, thinking. Nathan had been my co-founder in our tech startup for the past 4 years. We bootstrapped it, worked 80-hour weeks, and finally secured a major acquisition offer just 3 months earlier. The papers were set to close the following week. Elise knew all about it. The deal would make us both rich. As I sat in that hotel room, it hit me that the betrayal wasn't just personal. This was calculated, and right then I decided. If they wanted to play dirty, I'd show them how it's done. Update 2 weeks later. First, thanks for the incredible support. Never expected my post to blow up like this. Reading your comments helped a lot. These past 2 weeks have been busy. I've been staying with my sister while sorting things out. Elise cleared most of her stuff from our place while I was gone. She left her key on the kitchen counter with a note saying, "Sorry for how it happened. Hope someday you can forgive us both." Forgive them? Yeah, right. Nathan texted about talking business like adults. I read his messages but didn't reply. He's called 17 times, his last text. "Don't ruin this for both of us because of your emotions. I'm the emotional one." Hilarious. Yesterday, Elise's mom showed up at my sister's house. Apparently, Elise told everyone I was controlling and emotionally unavailable, so she turned elsewhere for comfort. Her mom even asked if I'd consider taking Elise back since she was confused. I just stared until she left. Meanwhile, I've kept busy, met with my lawyer 3 times. Over the years building the company, I was the main inventor of our product. Nathan was the charismatic frontman, the networker, the one who charmed clients. We were a great team by complementing each other. What Nathan doesn't realize is that I've been developing our next-gen product alone for the past 18 months. I started this side project while he and Elise were apparently starting their affair. The acquiring company is particularly excited about this new tech. It's the main reason for the high valuation, and I have full documentation showing I'm the sole creator, working on it nights and weekends outside company time. The acquisition is moving forward, and both founders must stay on for 18 months after the sale. Nathan has no idea about my separate talks with the buyers regarding my solo work on the next-gen product. I've also gone through our emails and chat logs, found some revealing exchanges where Nathan clearly laid out timing the affair reveal right before the acquisition payout. Elise's replies include gems like, "He's too nice to fight back and he'll probably just forgive you." They have no idea what's coming. Update 1 month after the wedding. Things are escalating fast. Nathan showed up at my apartment yesterday, banging on the door at 11 p.m. when I didn't answer. He started yelling that I was being childish and jeopardizing our company by ignoring him. My neighbors called security. I watched through the peephole as he was escorted out, still shouting about how I owed him a conversation. Owed him. The audacity. This morning, he emailed the acquiring company directly, trying to negotiate a loan. He said I was dealing with personal issues and suggested they work only with him. Fortunately, my lawyer and I had already briefed them on the situation. They forwarded his email to me with a short note. Is this the partner problem you mentioned? Elise has gone full victim mode. She posted on social media about toxic relationships and how sometimes feelings choose a different path. Lots of mutual friends commented with love and support. The worst part. Nathan's sister, Mia, called to explain how these things just happen and nobody meant to hurt you. She said I should be mature enough to separate business from personal. I laughed and hung up. Nathan still doesn't get that I've been documenting everything. Every call, every text, every email where he spelled out their plan to blindside me. And as of yesterday, I've finalized all paperwork proving my sole ownership of the next-gen product that makes up 70% of our company's value. The acquisition meeting is in 2 days. Nathan thinks we're both there to sign the final papers. He doesn't know I've already had my own meeting with them. Update 3 months after the wedding. It's been a whirlwind 3 months. But today, everything clicked into place. The meeting with the acquiring company went exactly as planned. When Nathan arrived 15 minutes late, as usual, he found me, my lawyer, and the entire executive team already seated. His chair was conspicuously missing. What's going on, he asked, looking confused. My lawyer slid a folder across the table. Inside were detailed logs of my solo development of our next-gen product, with timestamps, commit notes, and a patent application filed only in my name. You can't do this, he stuttered, his face turning red. This is our company, that's our product. Actually, I corrected him. The company is ours, but this specific technology is mine. I developed it nights and weekends outside company hours and documented every step meticulously. The acquiring CEO leaned forward. We've reviewed the evidence. Nathan, while we value your contributions to the original company, this advanced technology represents about 70% of what we're acquiring. Nathan looked shell-shocked. But the deal we were both supposed to, the deal can proceed, the CEO said. But under adjusted terms, your partner has proven sole authorship of the technology we want most. Our offer to him stands. Our offer to you is being reevaluated accordingly. Nathan pointed at me, accusing. You planned this from the start. No, I replied calmly. I just did my job while you were busy planning your relationship with my fiancée. The meeting continued with Nathan sidelined. The acquisition would go through with me receiving 85% of the proceeds based on IP valuation. Nathan would get the remaining 15% for his role in the original company. We both would still need to stay with the company for the 18-month transition as originally agreed. That night my phone was flooded with alerts. Nathan, you can't do this to me. Nathan, I'll sue you. Nathan, you've ruined everything. Elise, what have you done? Nathan is devastated. Elise, we need to talk now. Elise, this is unfair. It was just a relationship thing. Then came the enablers. Mia, how could you be so vindictive? Nathan's mom, after all he's done for you. Mutual friend, Tyler? Bro, this is too far. I ignored them all. Instead, I sent them something else. Screenshots of the text where they planned the wedding day ambush to happen right before the acquisition closed, specifically to break me emotionally so I wouldn't fight back. The notifications stopped abruptly. An hour later, I got a text from the real estate agent. The sale of my condo closed. By tomorrow, I'll be on a plane to start my new life. Nathan and Elise can have each other. What they won't have is the future they planned at my expense. Update 6 months later, it's been half a year since that day at the venue. And I'm writing this from my new beachfront home. The view is healing. The acquisition closed successfully. I stayed on as a consultant for the transition, then stepped away completely. Financial freedom at 32 feels surreal. Nathan didn't handle it well. His lawsuit threats vanished when his lawyer reviewed the IP documentation and explained that personal time projects were legally separate from company assets. We both still work at the company, but in different divisions. The tension is palpable in joint meetings, but the acquiring team keeps us apart mostly. The required 18-month transition continues, but I'm counting down the days. Recently heard his professional reputation took a hit after key clients learned about the situation and chose to follow me to the new venture instead. He's getting by on his 15% of the acquisition, but nowhere near what he expected. Elise reached out last month with a long message about her huge mistake and never stopping caring for me. Apparently, Nathan dumped her 3 months after the wedding fallout when the new financial reality sank in. She's moved back with her parents. Their relationship imploded spectacularly once money was off the table. Life works in mysterious ways. The strangest part, I feel nothing toward either of them now. No anger, no resentment, just emptiness. Some unexpected developments. Nathan's younger brother reached out to apologize. Unlike Nathan's other family, he admitted it was wrong and wanted no part in excusing it. We've actually become real friends. Several investors who heard about how I handled things have contacted me about my next project. Apparently, integrity matters in business. I've started dating again, casually. Nothing serious yet, but it's nice to know one betrayal doesn't define your whole life. To everyone who supported me, thank you. The advice to stay calm, document everything, and let consequences play out naturally was spot on. For anyone going through something similar, sometimes the best revenge isn't a dramatic showdown, but letting people face the natural outcomes of their actions while you move on to better things. I won't post updates anymore. This chapter is closed. Unexpected update 1 year later. I didn't plan to write again, but yesterday's encounter felt like closure for anyone still following my story. I went back to my hometown for a friend's wedding. Yes, ironic, when I ran into Nathan's mother at the hotel bar. I tried to leave without engaging, but she approached. "You destroyed my son's life," she said, loud enough for nearby people to hear. I took a deep breath. "Your son chose his actions. So did I. You stole everything because of you," she continued, her voice rising. His company, his reputation, his relationship. People were staring now. I stayed calm. "Your son slept with my fiancée, planned to humiliate me at my wedding, and tried to cut me out of my own company. What exactly did you expect?" Her face flushed. "It was different. Elise chased him. He was trying to let you down easy." I couldn't help but laugh. "By announcing she picked someone better in front of our family and friends. That was easy." "Well, you didn't have to ruin him financially," she insisted. "That was cruel." "No," I said. "Cruel would have been releasing all the texts where they plotted exactly how and when to betray me. Cruel would have been taking the entire deal for myself and leaving him with nothing, which legally I could have through the technology I created. What I did was protect my work while giving him something." She had no response. As I walked away, she yelled after me, "He's still struggling to bounce back, you know? Happy now?" I stopped and turned. I'm neither happy nor unhappy about Nathan's situation. I'm just indifferent now. That's the difference between revenge and justice. Revenge consumes you. Justice sets you free. I left and enjoyed the rest of the weekend. This is truly my final update. I've moved on completely, building a new company, dating someone wonderful, and looking forward instead of back. Life after betrayal isn't about settling scores. It's about reclaiming freedom. That freedom is worth every penny.